It hasn't rained all summer and our cows need to eat this winter, so let's go haul some hay. Welcome everybody to the cabin of one of our hay trucks. We're hauling hay today. We call it kind of our neighbors, but it's about a 45-minute drive each way. The crow flies is not very far, but it's a bit of a drive. So we bought some hay. It's been a big drought in the Peace Country of Alberta this year, so yeah, it's just been really challenging to make some hay and find some feed, so we're going to buy some now ahead of time. And that's one of the big things about raising cattle. You spend all summer making feed to get through the winter, and we just need to find a way where we don't have to buy feed on these dry years. In my career here on the farm, we've never had to buy hay before, so it's the biggest drought certainly in decades. Here we are. It's my turn to load. My father's in the 7210R tractor, and he's going to give me a beep of his horn when it's time for me to stop. He can place the bale where it needs to be on the trailer. We do 2 rows on the bottom of the trailer and just a single row on top often. The hay rack on the trailer keeps everything nice and secure that way, and we're allowed to go a certain radius from home like that without strapping them down. And so we'll do that 23 times on this trailer and head on home. So here we are home, second load. Here's our 1995 Western Star. Not the prettiest truck on the farm, but probably my favorite one. And here we are. Each bale is about 1,400 pounds or so, and they look weather checked on the outside, but on the inside actually it's quite nice green stuff. See how it comes out nice and green. And yeah, start decking. The next tractor here is our 2010 John Deere 7630. I believe it's 140 horsepower, boost 160 for high-speed wagon pulling and stuff. And it does lots on the farm. It runs augers, but one of the main things it does is we deck hay with it lots. So it's one of those versatile tractors you can use all year round. So as you can see, these bales are a little bit weather checked on the outside. The UV rays from the sun and the bit of rain we've had can fade the outside a little bit, but inside's really high quality feed. The next thing we're going to do to fix our feed situation, I think, is we have a boom applicator on the farm, and so I think we're going to start putting some fertilizer down a bit more rigorously. It's not something we've done a lot of. In 2003, after mad cow disease, the price of cows was really poor. And not a lot of that has happened for a long time. The markets have since improved for a number of reasons since COVID, and so all of a sudden there's some money to be had in producing cattle. So we need some reliable feed on the farm. If we don't have a reliable feed, we don't have a reliable business. I think you're going to start seeing some more producers applying fertilizer onto their hay crops. Also, drop a comment down below if you have a preference for twine or net wrap. I haven't dealt with twine for quite some time, and I don't even remember how long it takes to wrap a bale with twine. I seem to recall it being quite a lot longer than net wrap. We've been into net wrap for quite some time, probably nearly 20 years. So yeah, drop a comment about twine versus net wrap. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I do think applying fertilizer is probably going to be our best bet. Even though we do have some older stands, applying fertilizer to them can give them the nutrients they need to produce a good crop. The thing about hay crops is you're constantly mining the soil as you remove biomass off of them, and you do that for years and years and years, and you've removed a lot of fertility. So I think just replacement is going to be a big part of our hay producing strategy in the future, and hopefully add some longevity to some of our hay stands as well, because like I said, it's very costly and very expensive to have to take out a crop of hay. Takes a lot of fuel and tillage, and as I alluded to earlier, dealing with rocks takes a lot of manpower, and you really don't want rocks in your hay fields because it's really hard on equipment to be pulling rocks through your hay equipment and stuff. For those of you who aren't in a oil producing region, farmers in Alberta are blessed with drill stem. So it's a 30-foot pipe with threaded ends, and in the 80s and the 90s the old boys were actually getting it, I think, for free or next to free. Nowadays you have to pay a little bit for it, but farmers in the area, I call it crafting. They're always crafting and making all sorts of stuff. Here's a hay rack we've made. You do have to saddle this pipe. And as you can see, farmers aren't the best welders in the world, but it does get the job done. And we make fuel tank stands and all sorts out of this stuff. You'll find all sorts of drill stem projects on Alberta farms. I don't know what we'd do without it. Well, I guess we'd buy steel at full price, but it's just been a great resource for. Do you remember when I said this truck's been no trouble? Well, wouldn't start. Alternator's gone. We're gonna whip this one into town, and I think they've got one there. We're back running 14 volts. Alternator's fixed. The old one was really bad, very old. We're back in the field now, and it's just amazing out here. Like, I'm not very far from home, but we're in a low-lying area, and it's so lush. Even on a dry year like this, it's just amazing that we can produce crops the way they do down here. Really low-lying area on the luscious Lake Delta, so almost a swamp. You're on the verge edge of the swamp, and it's just the water table is right below the root line, and it's just amazing. As I said, the water table is often a foot or two below the root line in this area, and it can produce amazing crops even on a dry year. To put it in perspective, the rest of the county and the rest of northern Alberta is in the biggest drought in decades. Every municipality has claimed a state of agricultural disaster. Everywhere else is getting half of a bale per acre or 3/4 of a bale per acre. And in this region, they're getting 5 and 6 and 7 bales per acre if they're well managed. And it's just an incredible microclimate in this area. It's almost hard to believe I'm in the same county. Anyways, thank you for joining us on today's hay hauling mission. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. We'd like to bring you a lot more farming content. Thanks.